please help me in giving him a round of applause, welcoming Grant to the stage.
I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m.
We got some good music for you coming up.
You know how
You gotta walk
I
on
get
stage
when
like
you
this.
loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to
What's up? Come on, you do better than that. What's up? Keep the music going. Everybody stand up. What is up?
tell the story was different with me.
You guys over here, you having a good time? Yeah?
God's plan.
Who in here wants to learn how to make some more money?
Sometimes I won't,
Who in here wants some free stuff? There we go. You can turn the music down a little bit. I don't have as much cash on me as Mr. Silver did, unfortunately. But if you listen to what I'm going to tell you for the next little bit, I will teach you how to make more money than you've ever made in your entire life. Is that good? Are you sure that's okay? Come on. The more energy you give me, the more I'm going to give you. Is that fair? Awesome. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. David was asking me to do a 90-minute presentation in 20 minutes. He helped me out with that, so we're good. We're good to go. I don't have to rush as fast. But if there's anything that you might miss, follow me on Instagram right now @LikeGrantWise. Send me a DM that says Real Talk, and when I get home tomorrow, I will send you a copy of this presentation. Is that cool with everybody? Awesome. I love it. I love it. So I have a question for you guys. My goal today is to teach you how to sell a home for every $72 you spend in Facebook ads. Does anybody in here have $72 that they'd gladly exchange for a commission check? I'm going to ask it one more time. Does anybody in here have $72 they would gladly exchange for a commission check? Okay. Pay attention, take copious amounts of notes, and ask me for a copy of this presentation, because what I'm going to show you today will help you sell a home for every $72 you spend in Facebook ads. Your results could be a little bit different than the case study that I'm going to drop on you, but my goal here is to teach you how to build something called predictable production. How many of you know how many commission checks you're going to get in the next 30 days? 60 days? 90 days? How many of you would love to be able to know how many homes you'll sell 30, 60, 90, 120 days from now? Raise your hands. That type of predictability, how would that change your life? Knowing how you'll be growing, knowing how much income you're going to generate, knowing how to prepare your team for something like that. That's my goal with you right here today. So I got another question. How many of you know how much it costs you to get a customer? One. Does anybody know what a customer is? It's another great question. A commission check, a client, somebody at the closing table. Does anybody in here, aside from the one, know how much money it costs you to get a customer? Second question, it's a follow-up. How many of you in here are business people? BS. I call BS. How many of you are learning how to look at these numbers in your coaching classes, in your team meetings? How many of you are being taught to pay attention to these numbers? On the flip side of that, how many of you are being taught to make 100 calls a day? Knock 50 doors a day? Send as much junk mail as you possibly can? Raise your hand. You are taught to be producers. The person that produces the most is the best employee for the real estate broker, for the team leader. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to upset my team leaders or brokers in here, but nobody's teaching you how to actually build a business, it doesn't seem. Would you agree or disagree? So I want to calculate these numbers for you, because whether you spend your time or you spend your money, you pay for customers. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to figure out what is our time worth. So quickly, on the paper right in front of you, I want you to write out what is your estimated income for the last 6 months. Estimated income for the last 6 months. And I want you to divide that by the number of hours you've worked in the last 6 months. You work 40 hours a day. I believe that's 960 hours over 4 months, or 6 months. That's going to give you a number. We call it our VPH. It's our value per hour. Trying to grow your revenue is a great thing to do, but being intentional about growing your value per hour will make you very wealthy. Trying to build a team, understanding your value per hour will help you know when to make different types of transitions. How many of you just learned that you have a pretty healthy value per hour? 100 an hour, 200 an hour, 300 an hour? We got some of those people? Raise your hands. Hopefully we don't have less. How many of you, knowing that you are worth $100 an hour, $200 an hour, $300 an hour, you spend your time doing $10 and $12 and $15 an hour activities? Raise your hand. Most of us. We've got to make those tweaks and we've got to make those adjustments. But knowing your value per hour helps us calculate what our cost to get a customer is whenever we're spending our time, our cost per commission check. So I'd like to go ahead and figure out what is that cost. Whether you buy leads from Zillow, Realtor.com, Ylopo, Boomtown, it does not matter to me who you do business with, Facebook, Instagram. What I'd like you to do is calculate what I call the smart way. How much have you invested in that platform in the last 6 months? Go ahead and write that number out. And as a result of that investment, how many homes did you sell? This is going to give us our cost per customer. Money invested divided by homes sold equals our cost per customer. This number multiplied by your monthly goal will help you sell as many homes as you want month in and month out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If you don't know this number, you can create a serious lack of clarity in your life and business. You wake up every day running as fast as you can, never really accomplishing what you want, because you're not focused on the right metrics in your business, the metrics that matter. A lot of us spend 80% of our time running, 20% of our time planning, when it should be the exact opposite. Let's calculate this the hard way with our time. What's your time invested over the last 6 months? And of that time invested, prospecting, cold calling, door knocking, networking, sending mail, how much time did you spend per customer? And just by a quick show of hands, how many of you believe that time is more valuable than money? Everybody raise your hand if you believe it. Most of you? Okay. When we know our time spent per customer, we can multiply that by our value per hour, and it will tell us very directly how much time, how much money it costs us to get a customer if we spend our time. Has everybody got this? These two metrics will tell you how to grow. There's all types of things that you can do to build a team. There's all types of things that you can do in every other area of your business, but I'm here to make you money. I'm here to grow your sales. I'm here to grow how many commission checks you bring in on a monthly basis. If it takes you 40 hours of time to do a deal, you're capped. Unless you work 80 hours a week at 4 deals a month. The only way to grow that is to compound it by adding people to your business. Does that make sense? Most of us don't realize it takes 3 to 6 months to train somebody on how to do these things. You don't have the time. What we've seen is that most of our students end up paying 8 times more per customer when they do it with their time. If you truly believe that your time is more valuable than your money, stop giving it away. Take the number that you wrote down, your cost to get a customer using your time, and divide that by 8. And then tell me, which number would you prefer to pay to get a commission check? Let me hear you. Let me hear you. I might have some gifts. I might have some money. With money. Of course. Of course. At Whitley, we teach people how to build client generation systems. To do that, we need 3 core things. We need leads. We need to be able to generate leads, or we need to have leads from a source. We need a brand, and we need a sales process. We need leads, we need a brand, we need a sales process. And when we have those things working very congruently with each other, we have a system that will bring us as many customers per month as we want. Without you guys buying products or services, without you guys investing in more courses, without you learning how to do Facebook ads, without you guys having to do a lot of those things, I hope that you just learned, more importantly, that your business as it exists today is already a blueprint that will get you what you want in life. You want to buy a new house? You want to buy your spouse a car? You want more investments? Your business is the engine that will get you everything that you want. Do you agree? Having a client generation system that helps you create predictable production will help you ensure that you know how many homes you'll sell in 30 days, that you know how many homes you'll sell in 60 days, in 90 days, in 120 days. How many of you would like to be able to prepare like that? Absolutely. So over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to explain how to build a client generation system so that you can create predictable production. What is the number one rule of marketing? Can anybody tell me? Just shout it out. Persistence, close. Shout it out. I didn't really hear you talk at the same time. Sorry. Consistency? No. Number one rule of marketing is to know who you are marketing to. Do you talk to a VA buyer the same way you talk to somebody looking at buying a $2 million penthouse? No. How many of you out there, you just do business with everyone? Somebody asks you who you do business with. Everyone. Okay, well, you do business with this person? I do business with everyone. I help everyone. 50K buyer? Everyone. $1 million buyer? Everyone. Doesn't matter. Send them to me. I'll do business with anybody that you want to send me to. It's keeping you very, very small. What's happening, if you look at the Miami market, for example, how many transactions are going monthly in Miami? Does anybody know? Shout it out if you can. Let's say it's 1,000. You're trying to grab 1, 2, 3 deals. You're trying to grab 0.00045% of the market. You're trying to fight other realtors over the scraps of what the market will provide because top producers in the market have taken everything else. Does that make sense? A lot of you agree with what's happening in your life right now? What I'm saying to you is that it is our goal, it's our duty to create our own marketplace and own 75, 85, 95% of that. How many of you like the sound of that? The easiest way to do that is to know who you are talking to. So what I'd like you to do real fast, draw a stick figure on your piece of paper. And what we need to do is we need to identify who our ideal customer is. Who's the person that if we woke up every single day and could do business with, we'd just be happy as we could possibly be. And if you can't think of anybody in the future, think about somebody in the past. Stop trying to work with everyone and carve out a market for yourself by identifying who you want to do business with. Personally, you need to know what is their gender, what's their occupation, what's their income status, where do they like to hang out, where do they like to shop. Now, how many of you are being told day in and day out that you need to create content? Raise your hand, I'd like to see as much as possible. How many of you know what to create? Raise your hands. 5% of you. The last 3 things on that right there is gold for understanding what type of content to create. So when you know who your customer is, and you know where they like to hang out, where they like to shop, where they like to eat, I'm going to come back to this in just a couple of minutes. But knowing those things is rocket fuel for building a brand. The next category is family. What is their family status? How many kids do they have? Are they associated with any sports? Are there any schools they need to be by? Locations they're trying to stay away from? Third category, what's their real estate desire? What do they want? What do they need? What programs might benefit them? The more you know, the easier it is. I've spent the last decade of my life studying real estate professionals. Probably asking why the hell I would do that. But I know what you like, what you don't like. I know what you believe, and I know what you don't believe. Know as much as possible. And then fourth, my favorite, hobbies and beliefs. What are your likes, your dislikes? What are your religious views, political views? If you understand your customer, you know these things. And knowing these four categories, knowing these different categories of information will help you create your own marketplace. A marketplace that you can own 75, 85, 95% of. How many of you want to own your own market? Raise your hands. I have a course where we teach people how to implement these systems. How many of you would like me to help you personally put a system in place to own your own market, create your own market? I've got a couple of these wristbands, and I'm going to throw them out to somebody, but it requires massive amounts of noise. Yeah? A little more lively. This course will teach you everything that I'm teaching you here today. It'll teach you how to build a system to create your own market, to generate as many commission checks month in and month out as you would want. And I'm going to do it in sections, 1, 2, 3. The loudest section is going to get this wristband. This is a $2,000 course. You're going to get it absolutely free. Are you guys cool with that? You all right if I give it away? Stand up. You can't make that much noise sitting down. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. This section right here, I need a judge. I'm not very good at judging this. This section right here, how many of you want to change your life right now? Go. All right. This section right here. How many of you want to change your life? I actually think that they beat you. Come on. I think they actually beat you. How many of you in this section want to change your life? All right. You guys don't have a lot of work to do to beat these guys. How many of you in this section want to change your life? All right. David, in this section, how many of you want to fight over this? All right, David, my man, I need you to throw this into this section over here. There we go. Take a picture of yourself with that, ma'am. And hey, ma'am, take a picture of yourself with that and send it to me on Instagram so I can get you access to that. All right. How many of you use this tool? A lot of people don't do this exercise. There are a lot of you in the group that weren't writing anything down. You don't do this exercise because you think that by identifying who your market is, you're going to restrict how much business that you can do. What I'm saying is that is the wrong way to think, because identifying who you want to do business with will actually blow up and explode your business. And if you don't believe me, take all the information that you've written down and go use a tool called Facebook Audience Insights. Plug that profile in, and it will tell you how many people on a monthly basis want what you have to offer. So if you don't believe me, go look at Facebook's data. They'll tell you exactly how many people in your local market, and I guarantee it will be into the thousands of people that match the profile that you just wrote down. Okay? Who in here knows what a marketing funnel is? Raise your hand. Good. For the people that don't, a marketing funnel is an experience that we work to create. The first thing that we all try to do is get attention, awareness. It's why you call. It's why you go to events. It's why you send mail. It's why you buy media on Facebook. We're trying to get people to know who we are, what we do, and how we can help them. When somebody learns about that, they then go into what we call the discovery phase of the process. How many of you, when you learn about a new product, what's the first thing you do? Shout it out. Research and reviews. Knowing that, how many of you, when you get a new lead, you call them, you text them, if they don't answer, you move on? Be truthful. Raise your hand. Most of the market. Most of the market. You've got to understand that the natural process, the natural buy cycle, the natural sell cycle in real estate is 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 months. Why you would be shocked that nobody's buying from you in the first 5 minutes they met you, you've got no freaking clue. It took me 3 weeks to decide what type of vitamin pill dispenser I was going to buy on Amazon. You think I'm going to buy a house from you if I just met you? No. You don't do that either. We've got to change that mindset of having or desiring, such immediate gratification, especially when it comes to leads. So we've got to create an experience for people that gives them an opportunity to meet, connect, build trust, faith, and loyalty with you. So when they're going through this phase, I'm going to show you how to add value in an automated yet personal way. Once they decide, once they've gone through discovery, they then make that decision. Yes, I'm going to do business with you. No, I'm not. And they decide to take action, right? That's a marketing funnel. Now, last thing before I jump into some of the tactical parts here, I read a great book. Highly recommend you get it. It's called Breakthrough Advertising, written by Eugene Schwartz. It's about a $900 book on advertising. In that book, I uncovered what I'm going to explain here, and that's the 3 basic mindsets of a buyer or seller. This is going to sound very kindergarten, but it's crucial to understanding at what phase you should be marketing certain things. The first mindset of a buyer or seller is unaware. They're unaware of a desire or need they have in the real estate process. Has anybody in here ever tried to talk to somebody about real estate that had no interest in real estate? You understand exactly what I'm saying. The conversation went nowhere. The power of Facebook advertising and some of these other social platforms is not in the fact that they've got 2 billion plus users. We could market to those people, we would go broke. The power is that we get to directly and strategically advertise to people that are here, that are home aware. People that are home aware are aware of their desire or need for the real estate process. Trying to convince somebody to buy and sell a home is exhausting. And I don't recommend that's where you spend your time or attention. This is something that a company called Zillow has masterfully done in real estate. They simply gave the prospect what they wanted, while you were all trying to sell them what they needed. Does that make sense? Just because they need a realtor doesn't mean they want one. Until they learn why they need one. So if we start, Ylopo is a great platform for this, we start with the home, we can grab somebody in. That's called a hook in marketing. We use what they want to get their attention. And when we do that, we bring them into the third phase of awareness, is what we call home plus you aware. They're aware of their desire or need for real estate, and they're aware that you can help them. Zillow takes the lead that they've generated, they sell it to you and 3 or 4 other people. Everybody fights over attention. When you implement a client generation system using Facebook ads or something like that, you get to exclusively bring somebody into your world and start the relationship building process. Does that make sense to everybody? So understand these mindsets and understand at which phases you should be sharing which information, specific information with people. Start with homes to view. The case study I want to show you is what we call the homes list. This campaign works in every single country we've ever ran it in because we start with what people want, and then we leverage really simple technology to build a relationship with those people. A client generation system will help you generate leads, build your brand, and convert customers. Again, in an automated yet personal way. How many of you in here love doing follow-up? Is it because you suck at it? Okay. Not one hand. Well, there was one hand. One hand raised. How many of you wish you had a system that just worked flawlessly? I'm not saying the mine's the system that works flawlessly, but how many of you wish you had a system that was just flawless in its ability to build relationships for you? that would help you convert more customers? Raise your hand. You're the system. You all have it. You're the one. Real estate is a what type of business? Relational. This fingerprint that you have, you're the difference. There's only one of you. Because everybody in your market could have access to my tools and technology, or Zillow, or Dotloop, or lenders, or Title, or anybody else. There is nothing unique about being a realtor. You are the value proposition. Does that make sense? So, first thing that we do is we try to generate leads. We use a strategy like this. This is the exact Facebook ad. You could take this, rip it, run with it. You start generating leads today. If you send me a DM because you can't see this, I'll make sure you get a copy of this. But this ad is basically a homes list priced under a certain price point in a given marketplace. We use 5 images, 2 of the exterior curb shots of the home, 1 of a pool if we can find one. We like to use different images so that we create, we market to people and grab different kind of aesthetically pleasing images. People have different palettes, so when you do it that way, you can grab some better attention. And then we use 2 interior shots, the kitchen, living room, or the master bath. The top 3 most lived in parts of a home will help you grab some attention. So use this campaign, and as you see, level 1, we've generated a lead. I'll give you a specific campaign to use. Level 2, and in an automated way, we start showing them video content. We start building a relationship with them on autopilot. Now, how many of you in here have tried to buy a product on Amazon and you decided not to buy it? Raise your hands. What happens after you don't buy a product on Amazon? Follows us all over the freaking internet. How many of you wish you were doing this in your business? Knowing that this is a relationship-based business, knowing that you're the difference, how many of you wish that you showed up in the face of your prospects every single time they picked up their cell phone without doing anything besides recording one video? Yeah? I had somebody message me yesterday. So they were dreaming about me because they saw me so much in their Facebook newsfeed and all over the internet. That's the type of relationship that I want to have with my prospect base. Does that make sense? So we would put a campaign out that looks kind of like this. Now, there's 4 categories of videos that you should be recording on a weekly basis. First video that somebody should see is the about me type content. So why do you do what you do? Not what do you do, nobody cares. Why do you do what you do? That is important. And then other stories about your life. That type of video content is very relevant for people. Second type of content is about you. And what I mean by that is educational. So first about me, second about you. How can I add value to your life? What are the problems, what are the situations, what are the circumstances that I know you're up against that I can help you solve? Content about you. Third category of content, social proof. You guys don't want me up here telling y'all how cool I am. You'd rather somebody else did it. We need third-party validation because we don't look for reasons to buy products. What do we look for? Reasons not to buy products. And we're just searching for the validation. It's all we need to check somebody off so that we can move on to the next thing. So when you can pull social proof into your marketing funnels, it's incredible what will happen to your conversions. Fourth category, content around community. You are thought to be the leading influencers in your local community, some of the greatest connectors in the world. And if you can take that influence and leverage it in a valuable way by doing business highlights, restaurant reviews, those different types of things, you create some really powerful associations with your ideal customer. This goes back to understanding who your customer is and what they like, where do they hang out, where do they shop. When a prospect sees you at their favorite brewery or coffee shop or restaurant doing a review, you instantly create an association in their mind. You all have been programmed since we were little kids to celebritize what you saw behind a camera screen. Somebody grabbed you from a young age, sat you in front of a TV, said, I'm busy, please watch cartoons. Yeah? You got a little older, you're watching your teenage shows. As we exist today, you're finding what's on Netflix, on Hulu, on any of these other platforms. It's called a parasocial relationship. This is where one person builds a relationship with a character. Does anybody in here have their favorite actor, celebrity, anything like that? And the character has no idea the other person exists. When you put video content out there on our TVs today, these devices, on our networks today, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, you're instantly becoming a celebrity in somebody else's mind. The simple act of putting a video on social media. How many of you, much like you guys, wish you had prospects in your local market that would blindly defend you the way that you defend your favorite celebrities? Yeah? How many of you wish you had access to a program for free that would teach you how to do all this stuff? Because I have one more of these bands. Yeah? If you get loud, I probably could give it away. Somebody said my name? Who was that? Right over there? Okay, the three of you fight for it. Everybody's going to watch, cheer somebody on. Go for it. Like, knock each other out. Everybody's dead in here. We need to liven it up a little bit. I'm sure that would be awesome. Much more. Thanks, asshole. I'm just kidding. Blood sport, not much more. Okay, I'm sorry I called you an asshole. Video content will change the way that you build a relationship with somebody in a really, really powerful way. So implementing those 4 categories will be really powerful for you. Then the third phase, the third level, this is our hottest leads. Our hottest leads should see opportunities where they can do business with us. Does that make sense? So what we do is we put out appointment generation campaigns where we're booking appointments with buyers and sellers on autopilot. How many of you wish instead of chasing people down, you just have people booking appointments with you? Yeah? We find that roughly 10 to 13% of people that become leads of yours will end up booking appointments with you if you give them an opportunity. And if you implement something like Facebook lead generation and dynamic remarketing from a creative standpoint, and you give people an opportunity to book an appointment, you can start generating this business a little bit more on autopilot. Does that make sense to everybody? Here is an example of an appointment campaign that you can run. Another thing that works really powerful is pulling your phone out and recording a cell phone video and saying, hey, this is Grant. I saw that you were watching some of my videos, and I wanted to say thanks. If you have any questions about buying or selling home, click the link below, book an appointment, and we'll jump on and chat. That type of personal video directly pointed and targeted to somebody that has been watching all of your video content, like we see here, is incredibly, incredibly powerful. This is what major brands are doing to you. Do you guys see that? These can be the results that you generate. This is a great, great dear friend of ours, implemented our system for an entire year, and we met in 2018 when we took this picture. She had spent $1,577 implementing a client generation system, and because of that, she sold 26 properties. Now, just another raise of hands real fast. How many of you would spend $1,577 to sell 26 properties? She generated an over 4,500% return on investment, turned her into a 6-figure earner in the last 2 to 3 years. She has earned over $500,000 building predictable production into her business. She's done it with Facebook ads, but you can do this with anything. You can do it with Instagram. You can do it with Ylopo. You can do it with cold calling, door knocking, and junk mail. You can do it in any part of your business. How many of you want predictable production in your business? Raise your hand. Awesome. How many of you feel like this, wondering where the hell you're going to start by getting all this stuff in place? Yeah? Is it all right with you guys? I've got just 4 minutes. I just want to share a quick opportunity. It's hard for me to package what I've learned over the last half of a decade into 30 minutes. Do you share how I could work with you every single day? Would that be cool with everybody? Or would you prefer I just shut up and gave out one more of these bands if I can find it? You're like, yeah, just shut the hell up, dude. Get off the stage. I have one more. You're going to have to meet me outside whenever I get done to claim it. The last person I talk to today is going to get it, okay? But for you, we created what we call our Certified Marketing Genius program. And this is a pre-recorded course. You log in with the username and password. You watch a video. You do what the video says. It's no more complex than that. What we're going to teach you first is how to generate leads if you don't have leads already. If you already have leads, we'll teach you how to organize those leads and start generating referrals from them. Second, we're going to teach you the types of video content you should be putting in place. We're going to show you really specifically exactly what types of videos to produce every single week, and plus show you a ton of examples of what people are already doing. We're going to show you how to retarget and how to remarket people in a way so that you can do what big brands are doing to you. Follow people all over the internet. And then we're going to give you all of the sales scripts, text scripts, video scripts, social outreach strategies so that you can convert at a high level. So with this, you're going to get the Facebook ad training, you're going to get the video marketing training, the advanced retargeting, and the conversion training. So it's a $9,877 value. So you might be asking, like, well, all right, well, what else do I need? There's nothing worse than buying a product and not getting support. Do you agree? So we give you unlimited support and unlimited ad audits to make sure that if you're ever going through the course and get stuck, we can help you. That if you are ever implementing Facebook ads or implementing any of the marketing strategies we teach, you can get a live ad audit, meaning when you put a campaign out, a live marketer in my office will review it to make sure that you did it the right way. Guys, it's a $9,877 value. Now, the cheesiest question in real estate. How much is one commission check worth for you? $5,000, $10,000, $15,000? How much would you invest if you knew how to create commission checks like she does? Much more, right? So you can see why this would be insanely valuable, $10,000, $5,000. If you try to go to my website right now and buy this, it's $1,986. But because of my man, Mr. David Kurz, and Real Talk Con, we're going to give it away to every single one of you guys absolutely free. Does that sound good? Can I hear you? Does that sound good? So a lot of people ask what types of results they can expect from the training. I don't have time to play this video, but this is Simon Thomas. He's an agent in Florida. He went from near bankruptcy, building a client generation system, to doubling his business every single year for the last 3 years. All he did was log into our training and implement what he learned. How would you guys like to double your business year over year? Yeah? How many of you are asking yourself this question? What is the catch? Huh? To help you build a client generation system, we built a piece of technology called Whitley. It's a client generation software. And there are a few reasons that people love Whitley so much. First, marketing automation. Whitley will help build all of your landing pages, write your email campaigns or text campaigns, place your pixels, make sure you're compliant. Does all that stuff for you. People love Whitley because of its smart CRM technologies. Whitley's not a CRM, and as a matter of fact, we actually prefer to help you integrate with your other CRM, but there's a place to follow up with leads if you need that. And then people love our sales system. Most people don't have a follow-up process. So we help them, through our technology, implement basically an ISA software. Every lead you get, Whitley tells you exactly what steps to take over and over and over again to make sure that you're converting those leads. And to gain access to the training, it's a $2,000 training, absolutely free. All you have to do is go to www.whitley.net/realtalk right now. This is our pricing plans, and start a 2-week free trial. That's it. So to recap, you're going to get the training, you're going to get the support, and you're going to get the software, all absolutely free. You just have to go to www.whitley.net/realtalk. You have to go right now. I'm going to be on a social panel in just a few minutes, I think. In the next 20 or 30 minutes, this link will die. It's going to go away, and you're not going to be able to get access to all these bonuses. So you have to go right now, go to whitley.net/realtalk, and you'll gain access to everything that I've listed out here today. And if you want to get one more monster bonus, and you feel like I could add a lot of value to your life, simply go to the website, enroll, but skip your trial. And when you do that, we're going to set everything up for you, including your very first Facebook ad. So you can get all of that value, guys. You get started for just $97, which is insane. So to recap, you're going to get the training, you're going to get the software, and you're going to get us to set it all up for you, most of which is going to be absolutely free. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Please follow me on Instagram. I'll make sure you get a copy of this presentation. I hope that I was able to help in some way, shape, or form, give you guys insights into how you can go create predictable production. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you.